What are Memorial Dragonstones, and how many can you expect? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the Memorial Dragonstones. These are the special rewards given out every year around the start of the worldwide download celebrations. These are given to every single player who has spent Dragonstones on a banner in the game. So we're going to go over how you can expect to figure out how much you're going to get, where you can use them, what you can use them for, and, you know, just a quick off the cuff what I think are your kind of expectations for what you can use them for. So first off, let's talk about how you get them. Well, like I said, they are given out for summoning on banners using your Dragonstones. So for every 50 Dragonstones you spend, you will get one of these Dragonstones. These Dragonstones can then be used to exchange for either a character here on this list, or to be exchanged for these tickets here, which can then be used to summon on a Dokkan Festival banner like the one here, which will contain a bunch of different Dokkan Fests from years prior, right? So, excuse me. The easiest way to figure out how much you can expect if you haven't been keeping track, right, is to go into your summon history in your game and kind of count up all the Dragonstones you've used and determine for every 50 you will get one. The average free-to-play player, right, depending on what banners you're summoning on and how much you're summoning on, but the average free-to-play player is going to be expecting somewhere around the 150 amount, right? It might be a little less, you might be a little over, but your average player is going to be expecting that much amount, right? If you're someone who actually invests into this, right, you could wait, you know, that will be more determining on how much you've actually spent, right? So the more stones, the more you're going to have, right? Now, like I said, in years prior, you could use this stone to exchange for one of these Dokkan Fest characters. Last year, I believe the newest character on the banner were the AGL Gohan and the STR Super Vegeta. So if we were to follow the same schedule, all of the characters available should be up to. This is a little weird because of how the schedule moved around, but if we go by Super Vegeta, then this should go all the way up to the Dokkan Festival Tech Pan, right? So all Dokkan Fest non-LRs can up to Tech Pan will be purchasable with this stone. If not Pan, right, because they did move some things around for us last year, then it will either be Raditz or the Resurrection of F Blues. It'll be one of those three will be the cutoff. They all released relatively around the same time, so outside of those three, all the rest of the units would be the same, right? So you wouldn't, you know, you'd still have the Tech Androids on there, you'd still have Super Vegeta, AGL Trunks, etc. would all be available for purchase for this 150 stone amount. I think if I'm not mistaken, no matter the unit you pick, they are all 150. Now, this is typically designed for the person who, like, hey, you've summoned on every banner that transforming Goku has showed up on. You just don't have them still. That's kind of what that 150 limit, that 150 stone amount is for, right? For the average player, I honestly don't think it's a good idea to pick the character unless it's someone you really like and you've just wanted them and wanted them and wanted them. I know in one year I had considered buying the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, right? But last year we ended up pulling them with their tickets, so it was a non-issue, right? But you know, you do you. I would definitely recommend you pick up the tickets though, right? Because 150 stones is 150 summoning tickets, to include the tickets you'll also be getting throughout the celebration as well, right? So those tickets can then be taken over to one of the two banners here. Usually I split it up into two Dokkan Fests A and B banners that you can then use these tickets on to summon to get you know, the various Dokkan Fests. But not only does it include all of these Dokkan Fests, and like I said, this upcoming one should be up to the Dokkan Festival Tech Pan. It includes all of these Dokkan Fests and also some LRs, right? So this is last year's banner, right? There were two banners split into the GT Goku banner and the GT Vegeta banner. GT Vegeta had up to AGL Gohan, whereas the Goku had up to the Super Vegeta, right? And so, you know, whichever banner, we'll do a more specific video going over which one is better for you, which one you should summon on, and breaking down the super attack guides for each of these. But, you know, depending on how the breakdown works this year, determine which banner you want. Use those tickets from your Memorial Dragonstones that you purchased, and then summon on these banners. Now, the nice thing about using your Memorial Dragonstones for the tickets is you get access to these LRs, as I said. And I believe the newest LRs last year on here were just after the 5th anniversary LRs, right? I think Nappa is technically the newest one on here. So it went up to just after the 5th. So if we follow the schedule, right? If we look at the LR release schedule, if we follow the same schedule, then the newest LRs on here are going to be just after the 6th anniversary. So we should see Angel Vegeta. There's actually going to be a lot added to this pool, right? Angel Vegeta is going to be here. Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Jiren, Turles, 17, Tapion and Minosha were after the 6th anniversary, and then the 6th anniversary, right? You know, none of these are the greatest units ever. I'm not going to pretend that they are, but, you know, this is a great chance for you for, well, not free because you spent these Dragonstones throughout the year, but, you know, for no extra Dragonstones to get maybe some of these LRs that you have missed. I know last year I ended up pulling a few LRs. If you guys tuned in for those, you guys remember we actually managed to get the one LR off this banner that we needed, which was the Tech Rose and Zamasu. So it's totally possible for you to get something good, and I'm sure many of you out there will, right? So just make sure you understand the breakdown. If you want to start counting up now how many Memorial Dragonstones you think you're going to expect, it's probably a good idea. It'll help you kind of plan out your worldwide celebration. But again, to remind you, right, it is 50 Dragonstones for one Memorial Dragonstone. So depending on how many you spent, you could be looking at a lot or very little, right? Like I already know, like if I just went off my 8th anniversary, I'm looking at about, is it per 50, right? So I'm looking at something like almost 200 to 250 just off the 8th anniversary summons alone, because that went pretty bad for me, right? So just understand that is what that means, and you know, use your stones wisely. If there's somebody on here that you want to use these stones for because you've been chasing them for a while, then go for it. But otherwise, be prepared to use these tickets and get yourself a whole bunch of summoning tickets. And who knows, you may end up picking up that one that you want. So anyways, guys, that is a quick rundown of the Memorial Dragonstones. There isn't much to it. They should be releasing on the beginning of the worldwide countdown, I believe, or no, on the start of the anniversary. You will get the dual Dokkan Fest banners to summon on before that. I don't recommend you summon on them with your stones, but we should get our tickets on the eve of the beginning of the worldwide celebration. So it'll be, I have currently the 14th as I'm running this. The celebration usually starts around the 28th. So I would say sometime between the 25th and the 28th, you should see the Memorial Dragonstones popping up. So just keep that in mind. They're coming in just about 2 weeks. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, you know what, let's play a fun little game. I'm gonna go ahead and tally all of mine up, and by the end of the week I will post my predicted amount. But let me know what how much you think you are going to be expecting, and let's play a little game here. I will do a count giveaway for the person who can guess the correct amount that I will have come worldwide celebration. So that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and if nothing else, thanks for watching and aloha.